On today's merger, we are talking about Survivor 50, Episode 2. I'm Ethan.
And I'm Claude, and this is Drop Your Kiwis.
Nice, let's get into it. Episode 2. How's it? Episode 2, man. Obviously didn't have like the same hype as the first episode, just rolled straight into it, but it's still like so surprising seeing all these cast of characters, this eclectic bunch like thrown together. It still feels quite surreal, but yeah.
We come straight out of the end of episode 1. If you're watching these episodes back to back, it is a continuation. We start off with Kyle leaving the game.
Yeah, and everyone asking, what does this mean for me? Genevieve kind of like breaking down and like feeling really bad about it.
Yeah.
But kind of being like, oh, this is the game. Like, this is what we've got to figure out. So, yeah.
It threw that whole tribe into a bit of turmoil because I think Kyle was part of so many of their plans, right? And you really saw that with the whole discussion about the 5 with Q. Q really mentioned it in his confessionals that even though him and Colby had lost their votes, with Kyle they still at least had 3 votes out of 6.
Yeah, so they could at least tie it and stuff like that and strong arm people.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, basically, if they did have Kyle then, it would have been 3 votes to 3, but it still would have been 5 people to 3. So even if the 3 on the bottom did manage to get out somebody, it would still be 4 to 3 the next vote. So they would have had leverage with Kyle in the game. But with him gone, it changes things completely.
Opens it up quite a bit, but Q kind of slotted straight in there and he broke it down and said that there's a core 4 that he included himself in. So obviously that is just like even tighter, but then have to bring in Rizzo, and then Rizzo is a little bit more self-aware, and he kind of says that he was acting quite hyper at the start of 50 and it rubbed people the wrong way. And I don't know, what did you take away from that that confessional where he says, I think I'm long for this game? Because on one hand you could take it as like, oh, they're setting up for him to like fall on his sword and leave early, or he makes like a massive run for it.
I think he has got a fairly good read. Like, he knows the dynamics of the tribe pretty well, I feel like. He knows that he's getting pulled into that 5 because they need him. And Colby and Q said to him, we really do need you right now. And I don't think... he knows that he's going to be on the bottom of that 5. But I still think he knows that it's good for his game, and that even if he wasn't on that 5, he's not going to be targeted anytime soon. And since we know there's a tribe swap coming up, not much of this is going to matter anyway.
No, it doesn't matter. But he's positioned himself that he can survive at least 2 tribal councils with like Angelina and Aubrey being the scapegoats.
Yep.
We then move over to Sela, where Joe is talking with Christian, and Christian has an unexpected evacuation, which we've never seen. I don't think we've ever seen this. This is hilarious. And they had to blur it.
Crazy.
They had to blur his little shit stain. And that's how we get my wife is going to divorce me from the trailers, which is funny. That's the context of it.
And that was an insane segment. Like, it went on for so long too.
Yeah.
I just love how much Joe was just pissing himself. He was beside himself. It was so funny to watch because it just seems so out of character for Joe as well.
Yeah, it does.
But oh man.
Big episode for Joe,
Yeah, big episode for Christian too.
yeah. I loved Christian. Just the way Christian speaks is so good. Like how he sets it up and like there's inevitabilities of being human, breathing, laughing, holding loved ones, and occasionally an unexpected evacuation. That's so funny.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
man.
very good at bringing light to any situation, and I guess
Yeah.
making it so he finds it funny too, which kind of makes it so the people watching aren't laughing at him; they're kind of laughing with him, I suppose.
And kind of makes camp life a little bit more bearable and like
Yeah,
fun, and realizes that this is a game, and obviously they're playing for like life changing amounts of money, and there are stakes in it, but it's
yep,
you can still have that fun camp life that we kind of don't really see too often in Survivor. But
yeah,
he's just got away with words and he's funny. But yeah, that's hilarious. And did you notice that he was in his shorts the rest of the
yeah.
episode? I wonder if he's going to be in shorts the rest of the
I think he
game.
will. I'm sure he will. I would not put those pants back on afterwards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not no washing in the ocean is going to fix
Yep,
that.
exactly.
That needs some soap suds.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a reward where they'll get like a washing machine or something like that.
I'm sure there'll be points in the game where um, somebody's voted out and they leave one pair of their clothes back at camp or something, and Christian can kind of snatch those up.
Yeah,
That
what if
happens all the time. We saw it this week on Australian Survivor too, with
right?
somebody had somebody's belt or something that they left behind.
Right.
They got voted out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When there's nothing out there, you kind of just have to take what you can get.
Exactly, yeah. And a lot of people they will leave stuff at camp too because they know if
Yeah.
they get voted out that they're going to need it a lot less than others too.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Which brings us a bit to Angelina as well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, what happens if Christian gets Angelina's jacket and then makes pants out of that jacket? That would be such a full
Oh
circle
man.
moment. It'd be funny.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Did you see last week on Australian Survivor? Somebody pulled an Angelina, Simon pulled an Angelina when it was the very first boot. The guy got voted out, and Simon asked as he was leaving, "Can I have your jacket?" And he
that's so
gave it
funny.
to him. He got the jacket.
It's hilarious. And Simon's one of the returning players from that
Yep.
season, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Using fortitude for sure.
Yep.
Uh, well, yeah. This after the shit stained pants, we get bring to the reward challenge,
Yes, the
and
reward challenge.
people deal with the fact that Carl's gone,
Yeah.
and Camilla breaks down, which is that's a very like real and honest
Yep.
response, right?
Exactly. Yeah, they were very close in 48. They spent a month side by side, always in the same tribe, always in the same alliance. Obviously, very close.
Yeah. I
Um,
wonder if she feels like maybe a little bit. I don't know how do I
I'm,
word this. It's
I'm
not
sure
like
she definitely feels a bit of relief from it.
she feels relief, but I
Yeah.
wonder because she was pretty adamant in saying that she wouldn't have come if she knew Carl was there.
Mm,
So I wonder if she's like, oh, I actually feel like, did I wish this upon him, sort of thing. Nah, I'm sure she doesn't, but
I don't think so.
yeah,
But a bit of like survivor guilt kind of thing.
yeah,
Yeah. I don't think so. I mean, maybe a little bit in the moment, but I doubt it. I think she was just kind of upset.
yeah. I mean, it's such a shameful like a shameful way to go out of the game. It's kind of like it's so lame that it happened, but hey,
Yeah,
here we are.
it's pretty gutting.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
that's what it is.
I guess as well, there's kind of thing that everyone saw it happen. At least the injury happened at a challenge that everyone could see. So everyone kind of probably had it in their minds already that there was a chance he could go. So it wouldn't have been as big of a shock as it could have been.
Yeah, I mean, especially when they brought in Sealer second, which
Exactly. Yeah.
is usually the people that go to tribal council come in last,
Yeah.
so that you can get their reaction from everyone. So that was kind of very telling.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't know their psyche, but then Aussie kind of like responds to the fact that Kyle is gone, and then coach is asked a question about that challenge, and
Oh
then
man.
doesn't answer the question. And
Just
it's
completely is like, all right, new topic.
yeah,
I might
it's
blow
like
up my
so
game.
I might blow my game up, but but I need to redeem myself from all this dishonorable talk. I am an honorable player. I always have been.
Like the
Okay.
most. Oh man, when he said he's playing the game the way he always has been, he was just setting himself up for Aussie to come in and just say, "Yeah, you have."
Yeah, yeah,
Such a great moment right there where Aussie just called him out. So
yeah,
hilarious. Oh
yeah,
man. And he's right. They're both right. He has been playing the game like he always has been, you know?
yeah. It's the honorable dragon slayer game where
Yeah.
honor comes into it when it
Yeah.
makes sense. But that
The
being said, I am
honorable
on.
in quotation marks game.
Yeah, I in this instance with the keychain, and I'm glad Coach kind of said this because this is kind of what I was trying to say last week. Is like
Yeah.
I'm on his side. Like Aussie said, let's have a truce, but Coach never agreed to it. So you can't make the rules for him. So
Oh
I
yeah, of
am
course.
on Coach's side on this argument, but it was just funny how Jeff asked him a question. He's just like, "No, nah, I'm not going to do that. Let's talk about some new topic."
Yeah, crazy. I think in terms of the argument, I'm on Aussie's side. In terms of the challenge itself and coach's decision, I'm on coach's side. Like
Hmm.
he didn't do the wrong thing by taking the key. Like that's part of the challenge, you know. But
Yeah.
in terms of the whole argument and being like, um, I'm the better person, Aussie's wrong kind of thing. Like I think Aussie has a right to be upset at coach, and I think
Yeah.
coach is being coach. You know,
Yeah.
he's just
Yeah.
doing he's playing the way that he's always has played, and from a viewer's perspective, we love it. It's exactly what we want.
And it's what he has to do because, like, his alliance with Jonathan is built on that honorable stance. So
Yep, exactly.
if anyone brings him down, like yeah, he's just gonna have to bring that back up. And
Yep.
yeah, what did you think of the the reward challenge?
Um, I mean, it was pretty uneventful to be honest.
Yeah, it was
Aubrey
pretty.
missed
Yeah, she
the club
totally
break.
face planted.
Yeah, that
Oh
was
my
pretty rough to
gosh,
watch. And I
that
was
was
like,
pretty
when
rough.
she went up the second time, I'm like, oh, please get it because it's gonna be so painful if she misses a second time.
I know they were already
Um,
pretty far behind, and it like you text me before I watched the episode and said that you're worried for Vatu that without Kyle they're going to be losing, and
yes,
yeah,
yes.
this reward challenge kind of
Yeah.
yeah highlighted that,
I
and
mean, even the immunity challenge too. You had
yeah,
Rizzo and Genevieve going in first, and I mean, if it
yeah,
wasn't for, I feel like mainly Colby, right,
which is
bringing it in at the end. I
yeah.
mean, we'll get to the immunity
We'll get to
challenge,
that
but
because yeah, I've got a lot to say
yeah,
about that
yeah,
immunity challenge and Colby and stuff. But that reward challenge was fun. These early games where they need to get everyone involved and it's all like a big thing that kind of leads to the end. I don't know. When we were talking about what do we want to see come back with like I don't know, just more just one note challenges. Like we don't need all these like
yeah,
stage one, stage two, stage three obstacle courses things.
yeah.
Like
Every challenge is just an obstacle course now. Every team
yeah,
challenge, at least.
I know. Which is fine. Like every now and then, like I
Yeah,
love the
exactly. Oh,
obstacle
yeah,
courses, but just have some differentiation
yeah,
in it would be nice. Like
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
but it was an alright challenge. I mean, yeah, it's cool that
Yeah,
they
I
were
mean, it was
swimming, but
fine.
it wasn't. Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't
not too.
anything great, but
Nah,
yeah,
not much to say about it really.
yeah.
But Vatu loses.
Actually,
Sela wins first and gets more fishing gear
yeah.
and Carlo.
One thing I do want to say about the challenge, sorry, I
Uh
do
huh.
like that it's not a puzzle at the end. I like how it was a ring toss at the end because that's so much more exciting to watch than a puzzle, you know? And you
Yeah.
can actually see how close it is
Yeah.
between, like, if you get a puzzle and you see one tribe that's like surging ahead, you know they're going to win anyway. But with like a ring toss kind of thing, you could easily have somebody who just keeps missing the last ring and other tried to catch up, you know?
Especially in a ring toss in the water where if
Yeah,
you miss, you've got to
exactly.
swim to get it
Yeah.
and then throw it back. And throwing a ring in water is so
Yeah.
different. We didn't really see any like cutaways of him like throwing the ring back because like
No,
it didn't matter too much. It kind of finished pretty quickly.
exactly. Yeah, Vachi
But
was
yeah,
so far
no,
behind anyway that it didn't
I
really
I
matter.
yeah, I share your sentiment there. I like that it wasn't a puzzle and it was
Yeah,
something like slightly physical, but not like over strenuous. That people you didn't have to be Jonathan to do it.
exactly. Yeah.
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 So we go back to Vatu from a loss, and Genevieve is paranoid that Aubrey has something in her bag,
Oh man.
and
Yeah.
they set up. I mean, they are really a core four. The fact that sort of
They
Q
were
was
so
like
like they had their roles
so organized,
so organized.
and
Yeah.
they end up fighting. Man, Angelina is definitely getting buried in this edit. Like,
I know.
I don't
We
think
haven't seen her.
we haven't heard anything
I
from her
know.
apart from Christian being like, and we'll get to the where he brings her up, but
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. We didn't really hear from her during that stage, and
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know when will we see her? I'm not too sure, but
Yeah. I mean, we will at some point, even if it is on her boot episode. We
yeah,
will see some
yeah,
Angelina, I'm sure. I'm
yeah.
sure if she does get voted out, someone's going to ask for a jacket.
But yeah, that bag operation was pretty good. She obviously felt like bad about doing it, but I guess you got to
Yeah.
follow your paranoia, otherwise you just keep asking what if. But
Yeah.
yeah, well, it
One
works out for
thing,
Aubrey though.
yeah, it did. It worked out very well for Aubrey because now they think they don't have an idol, and we know
Yeah,
now she does.
yeah,
Um, One thing that was interesting for me from that bag search segment was Colby and how he was talking about how because he's like one of the faces of like honorable, like
yeah,
loyal gameplay kind of thing, and even he was like outside of Survivor, going through someone's bag, no, big no. But when you're on Survivor, all bets are off, kind of thing. And it's like
yeah,
that's the kind of thing that I feel like someone like Joe would not go through someone's bag, you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So seeing like Colby and Stephanie like doing it,
No,
it's just yeah, it's very interesting when you think about how they might interact with Joe and some of the others on the season after the
no,
tribe switch.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I like it. I like Colby acting a little bit more
Yep,
villainous. Like
I
he
really like
needs
it.
to develop his gameplay a little bit because
Yep,
obviously it didn't work in Australia when the game was a different game and they gave it to their best player and
yep,
whatnot. Like
exactly. Yeah.
Colby needs to finish his story, and the only way to do that is play a little bit rough around the edges. You're not going to do
Yeah,
that the way that you've done it the last three times.
exactly. I mean, especially the third time. Like,
Yeah,
that was one thing I was so, like, iffy on Colby coming back because the
I
last time
know.
he played was such a absolute piss poor performance. And
Oh,
then
we
I'm
both were. Yeah,
I'm loving him this season.
yeah.
Like he's actually wants to be there.
He does. He really wants to be there, and he's acting like a dad with energy kind of
Exactly.
vibe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Which brings me to Aubrey is the other one I'm thinking of. Aubrey, I feel like, is kind of similar to Coach on Heroes vs. Villains. I feel like she just doesn't really want to be there, you know?
well, yeah, she breaks that whole thing up about energy expenditure and how she was when that was like, I was like, oh, this is Aubrey's boot episode, but obviously I was wrong.
Yeah.
But when she talked about her like tripped in Karong and whatnot, um, how she didn't manage her energies. Yeah, so
Mm,
she's been a bit more subdued this time and playing the long game a little bit. But yeah,
yeah.
don't find anything in her bag, and then we go over to Carlo, and Jonathan is straight to using that fishing equipment, and he kind of talks about playing. He wants people to see him as a one-dimensional
Yep.
player again, but then he
Yeah.
kind of doesn't get into what will make him a three-dimensional character this time. He
Mm.
kind of just alludes to the fact that he's playing it up, and him and Coach go out, and And I mean, it happens to everyone. I get cramps in the water, and it's so painful.
Yeah.
And what did you think about the fourth wall break, the safety boat fourth wall
I
break?
think it was pretty funny. I mean, because you see it before you even see the boat. You've got Jonathan going to coach. Yeah, grab this boat, and you're like, oh, boat. And then you see
Yeah,
the boats, and you see
yeah,
coach coming back, and it must have been so like humiliating for him, you know.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man.
He definitely would have felt bad. They've kind of done
Yeah.
they've ramped it up in the last few seasons and kind of taken us behind the lens a little bit and showed us a lot of behind the scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Where
little.
in previous like in early seasons I feel like they would be like, no, you're on your own, like we can't help
Yep.
you that way.
Exactly. Yeah. I
It would
mean,
be yeah.
Colrong was a big one with the Caleb
Yeah,
evacuation. I was thinking about
100%.
that at the time because that's like
Yeah,
the big fourth wall break moment is when you see how many people are out there at any
yeah,
time, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they Caleb's evacuation was on the montage of like last week's episode,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
I think in the meta of like why they're at Fiji, is like Caleb's episode is like a massive reason to why they relocated permanently to Fiji, and
Yeah.
we're like, we need to make this as safe as we can
Yeah.
with
We cannot have
always
anyone dying on our
die.
show.
Yeah,
If someone
yeah,
dies on Survivor, I feel like Survivor will be done.
it'll be over. Yeah,
Yeah.
they won't survive uh, the court cases.
Yeah, I
No.
mean, even just the backlash and just the, I guess, the view of the show, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know that potassium was in coconuts?
No.
I didn't. I knew it was in bananas, but I didn't know it was in coconuts. I know that coconuts are kind of
Yeah.
like electrolyte-ish.
Yeah,
I don't
they
know.
they they have electrolytish. Like whenever anyone's like you want to have lots of electrolytes, have coconut water kind of thing. So
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's helpful for cramps, but yeah, didn't know
yeah.
potassium.
When he was talking about the coconuts, I was like, oh man, he needs to become his coconut bandit like Tyson. Come on now. Needs to start stealing them and getting ahead. Um, we moved back to Sealer, and
Next to Sela.
where, where has this Joe come from? Like,
I don't
he's so
know.
mopey, and I feel like Carl and Camilla really hurt him. And the fact that 48 like really wasn't that long ago, and it's probably so early in his head that
Yeah,
he's still just so burnt by it, and now he's making all these like kind of crazy decisions and stuff like that. To the fact
yeah.
that they've got to manage him, they've got to, what does Christian say?
Put them on. They got to have a jotation.
Jotation. That's it. Yeah,
Jotation.
a jotation. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it starts with Rick,
yeah,
Savannah, Ozzy at the water well and Ozzy saying, "Let's have an alliance of four with Joe." Obviously, Rick doesn't really want that. So when he's whispering to Savannah in front of Joe, asking if
yeah,
they should tell, Rick's like, "No, we shouldn't tell him yet." Um,
yeah.
and then when they're at the water well, Joe asks Rick, "What were you whispering about?" And Rick just gets completely caught off guard.
He
Um,
does. Yeah. Yeah, it
um,
seems like Joe's trying to play like a little bit more of a cop kind of persona, but he's not playing it with the much grace. It's kind of just like real in your face and isolating.
yeah,
And
I don't know. I think Joe's kind of playing the same game he did last time, which is disappointing because I was
I
really
know,
excited for Joe on this season because I was fully expecting him to be like, "Yeah, I made it to the end last time. I didn't get a single vote. Like I'm gonna have to play different," but he's not.
I think
And
it's just the
yeah,
fact that he's just like so caught in, like he hasn't actually processed the trauma that came from like Carl and Camilla kind of duping him.
yeah,
There hasn't been that time. Like when you look at Christian and Devons, and you kind of alluded to this in our recaps of those seasons, is the fact that they're like they haven't played for so long
yes,
that
yeah,
their trauma and everything that Survivor hurt from them has been healed.
Yeah,
I
they've
guess
had
a
more
little bit
time to
more.
reflect on their games, I think, is a big
Yeah,
thing. Yeah.
yeah. Whereas Joe is still in the throes of it, and it's probably really embarrassing getting like duped on live TV in front of it when you're just trying to play it like an honorable stand-up guy game. But yeah,
Yeah.
he he does not talk to people the way that you want to talk to people
No, and he doesn't.
in this
He's not playing
situation.
the game that people want him to play, and it's the kind of thing where he could get to the end and he will not receive any votes again because,
Not
especially
at
on
this
this
stage.
season, it's full of people who do not like the way he plays.
Yeah, I mean, Rick kind of says it the best, right? Where he goes, um, I can't play with these kind of people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're cramping his style.
Yeah, it's a good way of putting it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Sticking on Sealer, Christian is
Christian,
talking
this
to the
is
camera and just
yeah, it's like the middle
finds,
of a confessional.
yeah, middle of a confessional, finds a thing. And we didn't even talk about the fact the last week that Billie Eilish Idol could be on every tribe,
Yeah, I
which we
just
should have because of based on like all the 40s where in Carolyn's season where there's that bird cage on every tribe, like
yeah,
they're gonna give it to every tribe so that it's like fair, right? So
yeah,
yeah, the Billie
exactly. Yeah,
Eilish Boomerang Idol becomes the Billie Eilish Boomerangs Idol. There's multiple.
yeah,
One still hasn't been found, I guess. But yeah, what did you
yeah.
think
There's still
about
one out there.
Christian's decision to give it to Aubrey?
It was interesting. Like from what we see, it seemed like it was the right decision because she seemed very, very grateful. Like that's what she needed in the game.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me wonder if there's some sort of kind of relationship outside of the game with those two, and whether they've made some sort of like pre-gaming alliance or something beforehand.
It seems like it, like a
Yeah,
nerd alliance, really, right?
yeah. I'm sure there's
Um,
been, which could also be a part of why Aubrey seems like she's just miserable out there. Maybe she got stuck with a tribe where she wasn't, where none of her pre-game alliance was out there with her, kind of thing.
well, she kind of
Yeah,
knows that she's on the bottom there, and the
exactly.
writing's
Yeah,
kind of on the wall there. But yeah, I think Christian kind of dissects the idol quite well and game plays through all the ways that he could use it.
yeah,
Do I want to do it to target someone? Do I want to do it so that that person will be a teammate for me? And I think where he comes to where he's like, I need to send it to someone who's going to keep it on the DL
yeah,
the most. And that's why he kind of chooses Aubrey.
yeah, yeah,
Um, yeah, we'll see on the tribe swap next week if they're on the same tribe and he approaches him or something like that, or he
yeah.
approaches her. But time will tell.
I mean, it could even be just a kind of thing where they're at the mats at the challenge or the tribes or whatever, and he makes eye contact with her and just kind of nods, like it's gonna. It'd be pretty easy for him to let her know that he was the one who gave it to her.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. Especially that, and that's what you said you wanted to see, right? Some across tribal communications.
Yeah, no, I don't get enough of that on US Survivor.
Well, it's still early days.
It is, and we're getting a tribe swap, which I mean, I guess it's good for the whole mixing up the relationships. But I mean, with 3 episodes in it, like only one tribe has gone to tribal. Why are we getting a tribe swap? We'll get into that. We'll get into that. We'll get to that at the end.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
shall we talk about the immunity challenge?
Before the immunity challenge, uh, we get a big Q moment in Vatu where
Ah, yes.
it's a massive mistake. It's a big mistake that Rizzo has been lazy and that
Yeah,
Angelina has been lazy,
yeah,
and there's just a generational gap, I guess,
yeah,
in the way that that people view Survivor, where Rizzo's just like, I didn't do any of this last time. I
yeah.
don't want to do it this time, which I think kind of is going to bite him in the ass a bit there because like you didn't do it last time, you also didn't win last time, so
Okay.
you might want to try to change up your gameplay a little bit.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
Also,
he might have it in his head that if I got to that final three, I would have got so many jury votes. When in reality, we don't actually know if he would or not. You know?
that's true. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I think it speaks to Q a lot as well, and the fact that Q has such an old school mentality, and I think that's why he's such a beloved new era casting. You know,
yeah,
I think
yeah,
I think it really shows how much we miss the like old era casting where they're actually casting people who aren't just super fans of the game and
yeah.
um
Who are just trying to starve themselves for 26 days
I know, yeah.
and
Like I
wheel
don't
and
think
deal.
I don't think
Yeah,
Q's watched more than 10 seasons of Survivor, you know? Like I
yeah,
think we need more of those kind of people out there.
yeah.
And I think
Authentic
that's one
people.
of the main issues I have with New Era Survivor, especially
That
going
there's
back
too
and
many
watching those
gamers.
old seasons. Yeah, exactly. Too many game bots, too many. You don't have those characters like
Yeah,
Coach and Tyson and all the other ones we've got in old era.
yeah. Russell.
Russell. I mean, Russell is pretty game body, but in a different way, which is good to watch. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
Um, but yeah, yeah. Yeah. Anything else you want to say about that, or should we move onto the challenge?
Now we can move on to the challenge. This is another obstacle course. They've got to run out, grab one of those heavy snakes, and then pull
Yeah,
it through some walls. And then again, it's not a puzzle per
yeah. I
se.
liked the
It's
end of it.
I like the ending of it too, and because Vatu kind of really fell behind, but Rizzo kind of stepped up a bit there and communicated really well.
Yeah,
Like he kind of did. Uh, oh, what am I saying? He became like a leader in that situation, and
yeah,
kind of shows you that yeah, while he might lack it in um, camp life, he knows how to turn it on when it matters.
yeah, yeah. Which I think that's obviously good gameplay by him.
But
But
the
yeah,
immunity challenge is really not too much to say either,
no.
apart from uh, like Colby
Colby
smashes it, and
powerhouse.
oh
Yeah,
my gosh, powerhouse! Yeah,
yeah,
this is what we were missing in 20. Um,
yeah.
30 seasons later,
I
and we're
know.
seeing a Colby
15 years
put,
older.
yeah, he's put it
Crazy.
in 100% effort as much as he can and gets him on the line. The fact that him and Stephanie go out too is really telling. That, and I think it was good strategy putting Rizzo and Genevieve out first. Like obviously they're the weakest duo of the three teams that have to go out. So it probably makes sense to put your weakest out first, and if there is a deficit, then you can at least like move forward from it.
Yeah, that's true.
Another
Mm.
thing I liked in that thing was Jonathan's flip out of the ropes. I don't know if you saw that, but
Oh
he
no,
kind of
yes, I
like
did see that. He landed on
kind of
his
did
back.
yeah, he
Yeah,
kind of did like a flip out
I
and
know.
stuff
Yeah,
like that. It was good. Yeah.
always good.
I like the pulley system too at the end where it's like there's
Yes.
three anchor points, so it's
Yep.
like a little bit more complicated.
Yeah, and there's room for conflict there. You can have people getting mad at each other,
And
and
people
I
do
like
get
that
mad
in a
at each other.
challenge. Yep, exactly.
People got really mad at each other, especially when they started losing and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see on these
That's what we want
challenges.
to see.
We want to see
Some
conflict.
conflict.
Yeah,
We do. We want to see people pointing fingers and stuff
yep,
like that.
exactly. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, apart from
So
that, pretty uneventful challenge. Sealer
yeah,
loses.
Sealer loses. Carlo unscathed again. Vatu
Yeah,
come
comes
from
from
behind
behind.
victory,
Yeah,
and yeah, puts Sealer back to tribal council where Aussie is immediately targeted, and Sari plays a pros and cons game with everyone.
no, she did so well. Just
Yeah,
getting that target off Aussie while not making it obvious.
and I haven't changed this in our Google Drive, but
Oh, Suri's extra vote.
Cerise's extra vote doesn't. It's not Aussies anymore. It's
No.
Cerise. Let me move that. Um, yeah.
Do you
What
think
can
that was a
we?
good move? Him giving that to Suri?
Um, no, I don't think it was a good move, but because oh man, yeah, maybe. Oh, do I think it's a good move? Let me think this out.
I don't
Because on
I
one
don't think
hand,
I don't think it's a big move. I don't think it really matters that much. But I think in the sense of gaining trust with her, it was good. Because I think
yeah,
that it's going to be played together anyway. Like I think no matter what, he isn't going to play it without consulting her first.
yeah,
So,
and in a way, it kind of like reduces his threat level a little bit. Not that anyone knew about it, so
well,
um,
Q knows about it.
oh, true, that's right, yeah,
I'm sure Q has told people about it.
yeah,
But I
that's
mean,
right,
it doesn't reduce his threat level if no one knows he gave it to Suri. So,
yeah, that's true. But it solidifies those two as a duo, which Savannah kind of sniffs out
yes, she was
and
very onto it.
super onto it. Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of
Which I,
shows you why she it was a winner, you know. But
yeah. And why she was voted out today, partly too. I'm sure Suri was
yeah,
somewhat aware that Savannah was onto her, and that's probably part of the reason why she was the target over
yeah,
Joe.
yeah. Again, 2 episodes in, and we've had two clutch my pearls.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but no, I mean it shows you how like Suri really shines in these moments, like when they have to go to tribal council. Like
Yes.
she is
Yep.
so good at changing the narrative, moving,
Yeah.
shifting it,
Especially
and
as the game goes on too. Like
yeah,
each
when
tribal, she gets better and better at being able to, I don't know, put the pieces of
hide
each different player together and figure out how they can vote and how they will vote. And
and making people think that it's their decision
yep,
instead of uh
exactly.
yeah, like the way that she talks to Emily, the
Yes.
way that when Christian and Rick talk about options, Cerie's never even brought up,
Yep.
even though his last week it was either her or Jenna.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. But yeah.
Um,
Nah. Very
no,
good
it's cool.
gameplay by Suri. So because
Yeah,
of her, they make the decision to get rid of Savannah.
they do. Yeah, they
And
do. Goodbye, Savannah. And yeah, she kind of breaks down at the when she gets voted out
yeah,
because
I think
this.
she knew that she was
Yeah,
going, and it was a kind of last ditch effort. Which fair enough.
yeah,
I mean, she
yeah.
did everything she could have. I thought. Actually, no, she could have. I think there was only one possible way for her to be saved, and even then, it would have been a stretch, and that was to go to Suri and be like, "There's a three here in Christian, Devons, and Emily. That
Yeah,
the only time we have numbers to be on top of that three is if the four of us, me, you, Aussie, Joe, work together. But even then, I don't think Suri and Aussie would have gone with them.
yeah. That was kind of what I was pitching last week, but I thought I thought that Joe and Savannah were going to be so much closer than they were.
Yeah, I thought so
But
too.
I think the way that Joe's playing the game in such a defensive and I don't want to run around and be schemish kind of
Yeah,
play didn't
he's
kind of bode well
he's
for
playing
a relationship with Savannah.
he's playing a big for the team game. You know, he's always doing what's best for the tribe.
Yeah,
And in this case, and in I guess pretty much every case, if there's a unanimous vote on somebody, then that's probably going to be the best decision for the tribe.
yeah,
And we get a very interesting shot of Christian and Joe talking, where Joe's in a hammock, Christian's like under the hammock.
it was such a great shot,
Yeah.
honestly.
And then afterwards, you have Christian just rocking Joe in the hammock,
Yeah,
which is so
he
funny.
he talks to him so delicately.
I
He because
know,
he
yeah.
calls him out there. He basically
Yes,
says like,
yes,
"We
he
can't play
does.
with you.
Yep.
Like you're a terrible player to play with
Yeah.
because." He basically says that we're managing you, and says what they were saying in the previous scene to Joe,
Yep.
and Joe doesn't blow up over it. Just the way that Christian is so soft spoken, man, he is one to watch.
He
Holy
is one to
shit!
watch. He is great TV.
Yeah.
Very great TV.
Well, I got the
Um,
prediction right. Savannah leaves,
yeah,
and
yeah,
your
she was
winner pick
pretty
is
doomed.
gone.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of glad she's. I mean, I'm not glad she's gone. She was one of my favorite players. But I mean, from last episode, when we picked winner picks, I kind of felt like I had to stick with my preseason pick, and now I have freedom to choose whoever I want based
You've
off what
got,
we've seen.
yeah,
But I
exactly.
mean, before we get into that, should we talk about
The fake fool.
yes, the fake idol, the fake fool, Rick Devens
Ocean's 50.
pretending that Billie Eilish is his favorite.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Billie Eilish. She's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It's felt so forced and scripted.
Oh, 100%. I feel like all these people are just like,
Yeah.
oh, we've got to play this up to the cameras. We've got to
Yeah.
say something here so that it's like it reads like an ad read or
I
something, you
know.
know?
I can totally see production being like, okay, can we redo that? But like pretend that like you're super excited that Billie Eilish has provided this idol.
Yeah. It was a much more like calm response when
Yeah.
Christian was reading, oh, she's a fan, than Genevieve's last week, where she was just like, this is the first time that Billie Eilish has written me a letter.
Yeah. Did you like how when Christian found the idol and he was reading the note and he read, "Hey, it's Billie Eilish," and then he kind of looked around a bit like he was scared she was gonna like jump out of the bushes or something.
Oh, funny. No,
I
I
noticed
didn't.
that when he was reading it. It cracked me up. Eh?
That's
So
funny.
funny.
That would be funny if she. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny.
What
Yeah,
do you think about Christian telling Rick about it, but not Emily?
yeah. I was. I did think about this yesterday after watching the episode of just like in that three, Emily is definitely the third, and if she wants to get anywhere further, like if she wants to win the game, she has to have a little bit more agency. Obviously,
Exactly. Yeah.
she does have a bit of agency. She was throwing out Ozzy's name tonight, and she was trying to pitch her reasons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, the alliance was made with Christian and Rick, and then they both approached Emily.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was always built on the fact that these two players wanted to play together, and then they're going to
Yeah.
bring a third player in. So it didn't surprise me at all that Emily wasn't brought in on this plan.
Yeah.
Will they tell her in the future? I'm not too sure, but
I think they might. And I also don't think it's necessarily that bad for her that she's the third on that alliance. Because
okay,
while they're more likely to get rid of her over each other, I also think that they are also going to be bigger targets than her for
that's
any
true.
outside alliances, and they're going to be targeted before her. And if one of them goes, then she's going to be the number one for the other one, and she's still going to be the lesser of the target, I
Yeah,
feel.
but that has to be executed. If these three go to the end, she's getting no
Yeah.
votes.
Oh, yes, of course. But
And I hope she knows that going
yeah,
into it, because
yeah,
I hope she isn't like follied from the fact that she didn't have an alliance member on her first season, and this time she has the majority. And
yeah,
hopefully she doesn't like kind of fall into that trap of being the third. Like, yeah, we want to see her have a. Oh, I want to see her have a little bit more agency and stuff. But that being said, it is nice to just like play a bit more of a subdued game during the
yeah,
opening moments of,
yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I don't think
and
she
then she
needs
can
to do
kind of.
anything more
No,
at the moment, at least.
no, I'm with you. Like she doesn't need to do too much more, but it is very telling that these two hatch a plan without her
Yeah.
and execute it. It was great,
Yeah.
great plan. It was so funny.
Interesting plan. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it's going to be
I
interesting to
think.
see how it plays out, but it's cool that they hit it in a place where all tribes can go
Yeah.
to, and
Exactly. Yeah.
they could go back and it could be missing, and then they're
Yeah.
like, "Ooh, someone's got a fake idol." Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Um. I think it was. I think it was very fun. I think it was a like very fun plan,
Television
great
moment.
TV. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was a television moment, and I think
yeah.
Rick did that for TV more than anything else. Because I
I
don't
think
think
he just wants
anything's
to play
really
the
going to
whole
come of it.
season and to. Yeah, I don't think too much is going to come from it
Yeah.
too. Maybe one big move where he walks up and he grabs it in front of
Oh yeah,
everyone and
definitely.
boasts his chest, and
That will happen, I'm sure.
there
But I
has to
don't
be a
think anything
payoff. Their
apart
setup
from
is crazy, but
yeah. Like, I don't think it's necessarily good for him, but it's good. It's great for TV, and he knows that.
Yeah.
That's the reason why he's back on 50 is because he is great at playing things up for the camera.
One thing about Christian telling Rick about the idol is that now Rick learns that idols are in the game,
Yes, yep,
which
that's
was a
true.
big, not that it ever was a choice for the fans,
Yep.
whether idols were or were not in the game. But they all were asking the question, "Oh, are idols even going to be in this game?"
Well,
And
no,
now,
they would have known because they also voted. They would have seen
oh,
that there
true,
were
they did all
only
vote. Yeah,
options for minimal, dynamic, and whatever the third one was. But there was never an option for no
uh,
idols. So I think they know
yeah.
that there are at least a minimal number of idols.
I think it was minimal strategic
Yep.
dynamic. I
Okay.
think I can't really remember. Not that I don't even know what the delineations
I
between
don't
those
think
two
there would
three
have been
words are,
any
but
difference between
nah,
strategic and
no,
dynamic.
no,
Yeah.
definitely not. Yeah, well, hopefully that comes across. Next week on Survivor, we get Tribe Swap.
We
Drop your
do get tribe
Kiwis.
swap. Yeah.
We hear Jeff Pope say "drop your Kiwis" for the first
Yeah.
time, so that's good.
It's
Shout
pretty
out to
exciting.
us.
It is a good shout out for us. I'm surprised. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
surprised
surprised
too.
we're such a big deal, but I mean, yeah. It's good to
Yeah.
hear it from the man himself.
Do you think the tribe swap is going to be into two tribes or three?
Oh, I hope it's into two, but I think it's going to be into three.
I think it's going to be into three because three people have left the game.
Exactly, yeah.
So
We got
it's
21
like three
people left.
tribes of seven. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
going to be three tribes of seven.
yeah. So unless
So
they
they
do
might do
some
that for like
weird
two
exile
episodes.
island,
Yeah.
I'd love it if they did something similar to, was it Panama, where they did a tribe swap into two tribes, and there was one person left over who went to Exile Island and then came back to replace the person voted out. But
That's yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
doubt they'll do that.
Who was that player? That was like an old man,
Bruce,
right? Yeah,
Bruce, yeah,
Bruce. Bruce.
he got medevaced later on, didn't he?
He did get medevac, yeah, because he couldn't shit.
Yeah, I know. He needs to take a page out of Christian's book,
Yeah, have
or
some
vice versa.
digestives. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
But yeah,
stool samples. Yeah.
yeah.
What else do we see on the next of? I mean, I don't know. You really shouldn't put too much weight into any of
No,
the things that they say there. That's probably the main thing is that they're switching tribes.
yeah, exactly. I don't like to dwell on too much of the next of as well because I like to get caught out by things. I don't
Yeah,
like to know
definitely.
too much going in. But
To
yeah,
answer a question that we had last week of like, how does Rick learn about the Billie Eilish boomerang angle? That was kind of
yeah,
answered this week, which is
yes,
cool. There's
yeah.
multiple Billie Eilish idols. We still haven't seen the Jimmy Fallon is going to dictate my game from Christian, so that's coming up at some point.
I mean, Mr. Beast's coming up too. I mean,
That's true. Yeah,
we from that Mr. Beast segment we saw in the promo, there were still a lot of people in the game, so it must be coming up soon.
it
So
must be. I'm sure they want to get that done pretty quickly.
yeah, like we know Rizzo's not going home until we see Mr. Beast because we got a shot of him on the
True.
promo when Mr. Beast came in. So,
Right. Yeah.
so yeah, Rizzo right now has that Beast immunity. Um,
The immunity of the promo edit.
yeah, exactly.
We read
Yeah.
too much into it here. Drop your kiwis.
Yeah. Shall we get into predictions?
Yeah, let's do predictions. Even though they're going to switch tribes, I reckon we still just see the power position for each of the three, and who's out if these people were to go back. I reckon,
Yeah.
or who's at sort of the bottom. Do you want to start on the bottom and start with Sealer?
Yeah, I mean, Joe's on the bottom for Sealer. I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
pretty obvious.
yeah. I think it is. And do you think if they went back again, they would be voted out?
If they went, if they went back again, Joe would be voted out. I'm pretty confident in that.
I think they'd get Aussie.
Oh, really interesting.
I'm gonna go Aussie.
I mean, not that we're gonna know, but
Nah,
yeah.
not that we're gonna know. Who's in the power position there? Still Christian?
Um, yeah, I think still Christian.
Not Rick.
No, I think Rick. He's definitely in a power position, but I don't think he definitely doesn't have as much sway as Christian does, especially with Joe.
Yeah, Rick did come up with the idea of doing the fake fall and putting the fake idol and stuff like that. But I think
Yeah,
the way that Christian talks to people with just like such uh, soft spokenness and a
yeah,
delicacy with words, um, I think makes him yeah still in that power position. So
yeah,
man,
yeah. I'm
it's
sticking
really
with
Christian's
Christian
game
there.
to. He's running it at the moment.
He
Do
is,
you want
yeah.
to move over to Vatu?
Yep, let's move to Vatu.
Who would be out of this one?
See, that's an interesting one because I think Aubrey would be voted for and play her idol and get out Genevieve.
Wow.
Obviously,
So
that's
you
not going to
think?
happen. I don't think
Yeah,
Genevieve's on the bottom. I think Aubrey's on the bottom.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I mean, obviously, we're not going to find out because tribe swap, but that's what I think would happen if they did go to tribal.
okay. So you reckon that Aubrey is still on the bottom?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Aubrey's on the bottom of that tribe.
What about the power position? Do you think Genevieve
Um,
still? Oh, I've misspelled Genevieve here. Hmm.
um, I think, yeah, I do think Genevieve still. I think not much has changed with that tribe from end of last week.
Yeah, I'm still sticking with Colby. I
Yeah,
feel like just the way that he's connected with Rizzo and now with Q, he's like
yeah,
slotted him in there. So,
yeah,
which is really cool to see. Man, Colby is actually surprising me a lot in these two episodes, and I'm stoked
yeah.
for it. We'll see how he deals with the ramifications of uh, a tribe swap. But yeah, Carlo.
Um, I still think D would be the target if they went. I
Yeah,
think
right.
Chrissy's annoying people, obviously, but I don't think I don't think any of these returning players are gonna really care too much about that in terms of voting, especially if they can see how tight D, Camilla, and Tiff are.
Did you not read anything to like Charlie being like, I need to distance myself from Chrissy, as
Uh,
in I'm gonna join with the three other girls?
I don't think so. I think that was just him giving a little callback to his season with Maria.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've seen so little from this tribe that I don't really have a pretty concrete answer. But I'm gonna stick with D for who would be the next one out. I think Chrissy's kind of on the bottom because she doesn't really have any of those tight connections. But I think D would have been the next one gone.
Okay. Right. Yeah. I'm sticking with Chrissy as the next one, the one that would be targeted. Um. Yeah. Nothing's really changing there for this tribe. I mean,
No.
is Mike still in the power position? Do you think?
Yeah, I think him and Charlie. I almost want to say Charlie more than Mike now,
Wow.
just because I feel like he's gonna be he's gonna be able to dictate who he works with more than anyone else. I think Mike will too, but yeah, I just think Charlie's playing well with the
Yeah.
others by the looks of things. Yeah,
Yeah. I'm gonna stick with Mike, but my radar's definitely pinging on Camilla now that now that Kyle's out of the game and
that's
she's
true. Yeah,
in that trio of women, but she's got D as like a shield.
yeah, she's become a bit
Um,
more invisible now that Kyle's gone, which
exactly.
is great for
Yeah.
her.
Yeah. And I mean, if Joe is gonna just isolate himself out of the game, then she's gonna be the only one left from that season and even more invisible. But yeah. No,
Yeah,
I think Mike's still somehow running that tribe just on the fact that he is dangling the White Lotus carrot in front of. Well, he's
yeah,
probably not even dangling it. He's
yeah. He's
just
just everyone knows.
affluent. Yeah.
Yeah. All
um,
right, winner picks.
Winner picks.
We'll start with you.
Well, I got to stick with my man Rizzo. I've got to stick with my. I can't leave that until he leaves the game, which he won't because he's going to be winning the season.
Yep.
And I think the fact that he had a bit more self awareness this week and said I need to play a bit more subdued game, he probably needs to read the fact that uh, I guess in the same way, like he needs to read that he's rubbing people the wrong way with his work ethic.
Yeah.
He's kind of like solving one problem and then not solving the next one. But I
Yeah.
gotta stick with Rizzo. Hopefully he can go far, and he's on a tribe next week with at least Charlie. So
That's good for him, yeah.
yeah.
Charlie's not going to get mad at him for not lighting the fire, I'm sure.
Nah, I don't think
Hopefully
so.
he doesn't end up with Jonathan and Coach and Joe. I don't
We'll
think that would
see.
go well for him and
Yeah.
Chrissy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a bit of internal conflict here. I've got a head pick and a heart pick.
Okay, let's air them both out. What's your head pick?
My head pick, just based off the way they're playing the game, and how dominating they are, both within their alliance, both within their tribe and outside of their tribe, is Christian.
Yeah.
Christian's playing very well. He's very likable so far.
He's definitely narrating this season at the moment. So
yeah, exactly.
And what's your heart pick?
My heart pick is going to be my winner pick from now until they win, and that will be Q.
Nice.
I'm
You're going with your heart, then.
I'm going with my heart. I want Q to win this season so bad. He's playing so much better than I thought he would be at this point. He's made connections. He's in a good alliance. Even though he's lost his vote, he's not going to be a target.
Yeah.
I love to see it. I love to see how much Q we're getting. I'm loving his confessionals. I'm loving everything about him.
I know.
And the way I could love him more is if he won this game.
Okay.
Q winning 50 would make this season a legendary season.
The winners really do dictate how good the season is.
If this season if someone like Aubrey or something wins the season, I think this will be one of the most least well received returnee seasons of all time.
Yeah.
Because imagine if Colby won Heroes vs Villains after being such a
sad step.
Yeah, such a sad sack the whole time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Big words, Q.
Q.
That's not going to be a big mistake choosing Q. No, that's very good.
No, it will be a big mistake choosing anyone else.
Yeah.
One thing I want to see in this season is I want to see a loved one visit, and I want to see the loved ones compete in a challenge with their loved ones in the game, and I want to see Colby's brother Reed come back so that we can see Colby just get so pissed off at him.
Yeah, yell at your brother. Yeah.
Yep. That's who I want to see instead of Mr. Beast. I want to see Reed Donaldson.
Yeah, hopefully Coach is there too, so the assistant coach can come out.
Oh, that would be great. Oh, you know what would be cool to see is if any of the loved ones are past contestants. Imagine Coach brings out Tyson on his loved one's visit.
That would be sick. I think
How
in one of
good would that
the
be?
it would be so good. It would make my day. But I think in one of the promotional materials, Mike put down someone from his season to be his loved one.
Oh, that's
when they
cool.
wrote it. So I, there's a possibility.
Yeah. No, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if if this era of Survivor would do a loved one visit.
No, it's too short.
Maybe for 50.
It's not even a month. I mean,
it's not a month, and it's just so expensive to send people out there when they could just get them to videotape and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even if they just do that and we see, that'd be cool. But
probably
not going to happen next episode.
Yeah. Good thing Jenna's gone. Man.
Yeah, that's true. Right. Wow.
Yeah. Cool.
That's episode 2. My God.
Looking forward to the next one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. 13 more weeks to. Oh. Can't wait for it. It's actually one of my favorite things to watch.
No, yeah. I'm very excited for Thursdays.
It's so
Currently my
exciting.
favorite day of the week.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And just the fact that all these people are back, it's still blowing my mind seeing them on screen. It's probably because we haven't had a returning season in
I
so long.
know. We've been
And then the
deprived.
last returning season we had was all winners, so that was
Yeah,
kind of like
exactly.
everyone had kind of finished their story, so
Exactly, yeah.
it didn't have the same feeling that I'm having right now.
Yep.
But it's so
Yeah.
cool to see. I'm excited for the tribe swap. I'm excited
Yep.
for what's going to happen.
For sure, yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
sweet.
Also, thanks, Ethan.
All right, thanks, Claude.